Hello, my name is Katie Critchlow, and this is my Art as Narrative art experiment for week 1, Random Photos, where we were asked to narrate and create a story using these 10 random images. Disclaimer, I am not a writer. Kermit the lovable green frog puppet was out of a job. Muppets were no longer relevant in this rapidly changing, technologically obsessed young generation. Kermit knew the end was coming. No one wanted Muppets anymore. They wanted highly digitized CGI characters. He showed up to the Muppet studio one day after finishing a bottle of Jack Daniels and couldn't remember his ABCs. It was a sad day for the few children still watching at home to see Kermit in this state. It was even more sad for the adults that remembered the old Kermit, the Kermit in his prime. Miss Piggy kicked Kermit out after this display of intoxication, and so Kermit stumbled down the street with no particular destination in mind. Mr. Frog was picked up quickly by the law enforcement and placed in the drunk tank. It was a cold, empty, circular room. They gave Kermit some green liquid to sober up. It gave Kermit time to think about his choices. He made his phone call to his buddy Gonzo, who he knew would come through for him. After all, he was also an unemployed Muppet who would understand Kermit's plight, and they had been through a lot together. Instead of coming to pick Kermit up at the station, Kermit hears a tap-tap-tapping at the one window in the room. He looks down and sees Gondo riding a moppy-haired dog on the ground far below the cell. The noise is a chain Gonzo is tossing up in Kermit's direction. Does he seriously want him to escape through this window? Kermit is in no position to argue. He catches the last link of the chain and climbs down to meet his savior. The pair ride the moppy dog through the gardens of the prison grounds where the inmates are practicing their landscaping skills with some truly exceptional figurative topiaries. They quickly dive into the peacock of plants as to not be detected by an officer passing by. That was a close one. They make their way towards the exit gate, but another officer is headed directly toward them. There's nowhere to hide this time, so they freeze in space, like a cartoon Scooby-Doo character posing as a sculpture. They are Muppets after all. How realistic did you think this story would be? The pair of furry companions sneak their way into an Atlanta Braves baseball game through an unlocked fence. Kermit wants to see the world champions one last time before he inevitably starts his new life. He'll miss the city, but where would he go? What would he do? He can't imagine living life without Miss Piggy, but maybe there would be other fish in the sea, or pigs on the farm. He decides it's time for him to start a new chapter in his life. One without the crowds, without the audience, and without the stress. Kermit bids his blue friend goodbye and takes off. Months pass. Gonzo doesn't hear from him again, but Miss Piggy says she received a letter from Kermit recently. Kermit says he is doing well, living in a cabana in Fiji. It's all the frog really needs in life, and he is grateful. Thank you.